Hey everyone, it's Kabe. If you've been watching my videos recently, you'll know that I spend a lot of time in the practice tool doing Rengar jungle clears. And in this time, I have encountered a bug that severely hinders Rengar's ability to clear the jungle quickly on his first clear. I have been told by my commenters, other jungle Rengar mains, and I have experienced it myself, so this tells me that the issue is repetitive and it is happening for multiple people. I decided to go into the practice tool and check out for myself to make sure that there was nothing wrong with Rengar's clear, and I found that not only is the bug not controllable, but it actually happens quite often. Now, the way that this bug works is, so I've been told, the tick rate of the server does not interact properly with the jungle item and its passive. So not all of the ticks of the jungle item will go through. This creates a situation in which, if you are doing the clear correctly, you will end up with a remaining 4 HP on the small raptors, leaving you 5 to 8 seconds behind if the raptors reset while you are pathing them towards the wolves. Now, I'll show you what a successful clear of the raptors would look like where this bug does not occur. So, first, I would jump on the big raptor, empower W, auto Q, and then auto 3 times to kill the big raptor. And you'll see that the raptors get down to 204 before I cast my second W. Then I Q and let all of the raptors die. So that's the expected result, right? The raptors dropped to 204 from your empowered W and the first round of tick burns. And then you cast your second W, and then with an entire second duration of the jungle ticks, the small raptors will die. Now here's an example of the bug occurring, and it's seemingly random, but from what I've heard, it has to do with some way in which the game ticks of the server and the ticks of the jungle item, when they are occurring at the same time, something happens in which not all of the ticks go through. So what happens is I do the same thing, but instead of dropping to 204, the raptor's health, as you can see right here, drops to 216 instead. So now you'll see when I W, and I expect the raptors to die, they instead drop to 4 HP, just short of dying. Now, the simple gameplay fix to this problem would be to look if the raptors are at 216, and then auto all of them if that's the case, and then use your W and wait for them to die, right? That would be pretty simple. You could just check for that to make sure that they would die if the bug occurs on your first W. Now, the issue is, the bug can actually occur on your second cast of W, which you can see here, right? So I do the normal clear, where I empower W, auto Q, auto 3 times, and then I check raptor health. Okay, it's at 204, I'd expect them to all die, right? So now if we look at all the raptors, they don't die, right? They're left with that 4 HP margin, even though they were at 204 in the first place. A proposed solution to this would just be to fix the interaction between the jungle item and the tick rate of the server, right? But this could be too complicated. There could be some sort of issue where the code wouldn't work properly and it would mess up the game. So a band-aid fix for Rengar specifically would be to add 2 damage to jungle creeps on his W in order to get rid of that 4 HP margin, right? So you deal 2 bonus damage on each cast of Q in order to get rid of that 4 HP. Now, this is a very rare situation, but there is a possibility that both durations of the jungle ticks don't go all the way through, right? So rather than one being 12 damage short and another being 12 damage short, they actually both happen in succession. This has never happened to me, but theoretically it is possible. So if this 2 damage fix went through, then there would be a chance of this happening. If you wanted to get rid of that double occurrence of the bug, then you would need to deal bonus 8 damage on Rengar's W to jungle monsters in order to get rid of that 16 HP margin on the small raptors in order to kill them. As some of you could tell, this would be pretty OP, right? Rengar already is dealing tons of damage to jungle monsters with his W. Many people have told me that they feel the change that was made to his W in order to deal more damage to monsters was pretty unnecessary, Now, if we're adding 8 more rather than just 2, that would change the clear again, and it would make Rengar clear much faster. So, the question is, what do you do? If the tick rate solution is too hard, then just to go through with the 2 damage on W and just say, okay, this is going to happen every once in a while, but it's very rare, and just let that be. But ideally, there would be a situation in which a guarantee of damage would be put in place where maybe even if like the tick rate isn't working, that the server would do a check saying, okay, has the talisman passive done all of its damage? If no, then just do the remaining damage that hasn't been done by the jungle item and just make sure all that damage goes through. Ideally, there would be some sort of solution like that. Let me know if you guys have any proposed solutions to this problem in the comments. Alright, thank you guys. Please subscribe, like, and just keep watching. Thanks.